On the evening of November 25, the New York Times published an article written by Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, in which she revealed the devastation she and her husband Prince Harry went through after experiencing a miscarriage earlier this year. "I lay in a hospital bed, holding my husband's hand. I felt the clamminess of his palm and kissed his knuckles, wet from both our tears," she writes in the emotional article. "Staring at the cold white walls, my eyes glazed over. I tried to imagine how we'd heal." Meghan's article goes on to speak more broadly about loss, loneliness, isolation, and collective mourning, discussing topics including the coronavirus pandemic, the murders of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, and the deep divisions being experienced in society today. "This year has brought so many of us to our breaking points. Loss and pain have plagued every one of us in 2020, in moments both fraught and debilitating," she writes. In her closing lines, Meghan speaks about how the taboo attached to miscarriage can leave people feeling isolated, despite the fact that 10,20 out of every 100 people who become pregnant will have this experience. Some have bravely shared their stories. "They have opened the door, knowing that when one person speaks truth, it gives license for all of us to do the same," the Duchess writes, later adding, "In being invited to share our pain, together we take the first steps toward healing." The news has already made a huge impact, with hundreds of thousands of responses emerging on social media within a matter of hours. Several celebrities have shared their condolences for the royal couple and applauded Meghan for her bravery in telling this very personal story. Monica Lewinsky, a long-time supporter of Meghan, was one of the first to respond publicly to the news, tweeting a link to Meghan's article with a quote from the poet Muriel Rukeyser which read, "What would happen if one woman told the truth about her life? Their world would split open." Writer Roxane Gay shared the article with her followers, saying, "This is quite excellent and moving and sad from Meghan Markle." Mandalorian actor Ming-Na Wen shared her own story of pregnancy loss while praising Meghan for her decision to open up about the experience. "When I had my miscarriage, I learned from my obgyn that it occurs 1 in 4 pregnancies. That info astounded me," she wrote on Twitter. "I asked, why isn't it more common knowledge? They said, very few want to talk about it. Thank you, Meghan Markle, for sharing. Sorry for your Prince Harry's loss." Elsewhere, Harry's uncle, Princess Diana's brother Charles Spencer, spoke on ITV's Lorraine and offered his sympathy to the couple. "I can't imagine the agony for any couple of losing a child in this way," he said on the talk show. "It's so very, very sad. And of course, all thoughts with them today."